How are you, man?
Okay, Alhamdulillah.
Been a good week.
Been a busy week.
I'm not sure whether um the problem is something to do with COVID ataupun something else ke untuk ni. But my wife's uncle tu, he was placed at just the emergency area tau. Betul tak? Just a bed on the emergency area.
Oh, tak dapat ward.
Oh, tak dapat ward. Sungai Petani, no room. Gurun, apa ni, no room. Yan no room. Alostar, no room. Apa? No, the Gurun lah. Yan and Alostar lah. So,
Meaning that there's no ni.
no.
You mean there's
available.
no? Yeah, I mean because ramai case COVID.
I don't know whether it's case COVID ke ataupun it's something else ke. But all the rooms are not available. All the way until Monday. So by Monday, my wife's cousin to ask the doctor, so what about her father? Is still at the emergency area and almost more. And then he looked over and he saw that, he seems to be doing better than how it was when he first came in. So he says, can bring back lah. Because at the hospital itself, they don't have the time to actually overlook all of the father's needs lah. The people to feed him.
No, masalahnya it's a stroke,
pampers.
serious. It's a serious punya illness kan, kira critical illness lah kan.
Yep.
Takkanlah dia dah just tetap macam tu je.
Itulah.
Some stroke victims dah perlukan like oxygen and all the stuff.
Itulah, aku orang tak tahu lah, jadi aku mula berlaku. So, bawa balik lah. Saya bawa balik. So, saya bring back the uncle tu. So, on Tuesday tu, so that he was at least more comfortable, whatever. He cannot talk because his mouth cannot open anymore. So they got a tube going into his nose to feed him some sort of milk formula or something.
Yeah, left side ke right side?
They will change.
No, I mean the part yang
the paralyzed. Yeah, it's the left side.
Paralyzed. Left side. Oh. So, how old is he?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure.
My assumption is probably older than my father.
70 plus lah.
Yeah.
Then makes sense lah. Like still young ke apa kan.
So, but he's very strong. I mean,
ni orang kampung yang kuat kerja ni. Farmer sawah padi ke apa?
Farmer sawah padi.
Sawah padi memang hard working lah.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why kot.
So
maybe that's what happened kot. Dia buat kerja dah berumur kan, buat kerja gagal lah. Okay. Can't take it anymore.
I don't know exactly what happened, but when I went to see him at the emergency area, he sort of like gave a sign to like show like sort of to massage his leg. So I just press his leg. But man, it's just basically bones, skin and bone, but extremely strong bone. It's almost like holding a steel rod.
Interesting. So What do you think of our meeting with Shasti that day?
It's interesting that he's quite well traveled.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
No, the thing is, it's interesting that he's still well versed in current going on and apa, all this knowledge. Before that pun dia tahu kan all the going on in the world. I would have thought that dah kahwin and with work, he wouldn't have the time to read up on all that.
hmm.
Remember, I don't really remember. You used to tell the story masa dekat went to Inti ke help Inti
Shasti.
Ah, can't
Oh, I
remember.
don't remember. If you don't remember, why there's no chance that I remember.
But if I'm not second was Inti lah.
Okay.
So and then I was talking about one of his classmates was from tak ingat Kenya ke or Ghana or something lah.
Mm-hmm.
Kan, and then I was talking about talking to the guy, and then and then Shasti was mentioning, oh, your president is da 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 da, and the guy was supposed to, oh, you know who our president is? Yeah, yeah. Because Shasti was always like that. He was always like up to date on certain things. In
Mm-hmm.
terms of yeah lah, he memang obviously likes to read the internet and all that lah. So kind of surprised after 20 years, now that he's got a kid and another wife, he's still like that, you know.
Yeah.
I think that was the biggest surprise for me lah, in a way. So macam, you know, it's like he's the same, yeah. Yeah lah, he's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, now macam not much change.
Same guy that we always remember.
Yeah. I mean, you
Yeah,
know, the travel.
there's also another thing that kind of a bit somewhat surprising when we think about it is how much he's still the same guy.
Yeah, lah, exactly. That was
Especially when he
surprising.
commented about Farid being whipped. Like, okay. Ah,
So, lah. So that's the thing lah. That I think that was kind of surprise for me. Is how much he stayed the same lah to
yeah.
20 years. Exactly. You'd have thought it'd be a bit different.
Probably, probably mellow down a bit. But,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, what's the best thing about America? Freedom. Hey, Farid.
It's
Assalamualaikum.
the same thing lah.
Halo, salam.
Wah,
Kau pakai baju semalam ke Farid? Ya Allah.
Itu pakaian baju tidur aku lah.
Malam kau pakai baju sama je aku tengok. Betul lah dia ni.
Oh, patutlah. Sekejap. Alright, baru ada.
Kau letak atas apa
Yes.
meja ke?
Ha?
Kau letak atas meja phone ke?
Aku letak atas aku punya yalah.
Bawah monitor.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So what's happening? What's
we're
happening?
talking about meeting Shasti last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
How
what's
he
your,
is.
what's your opinion? I mean, for me, one of the things that I was mentioning Umay was that it's pretty funny how much he haven't changed.
Oh, how much he haven't changed.
Yeah.
Yalah.
After all these
Remains
years
most.
and not having meeting him.
Okay.
Exactly. He remains the same lah. I mean, for the most part lah kan. Except for the well travel part. That
Yeah.
I think is the biggest change lah kan. Exactly.
The travel part.
Yeah.
No, he's been nearly all over the world. After kau dah belah tu, he's talking about how he traveled to Europe and all that.
I see.
He's been to Italy a few times, pergi Greece, Spain
Okay.
and all that.
Okay.
The next yang kat Balkans dah pergi Paris and all that. Extensively lah with his wife. And a
Oh,
few
okay.
times bukan once tu. Amsterdam and all that. I was saying lah. Kan?
Okay.
He loves Italy. So he goes to Europe mainly because of the apa, like Venice and all, Roma, got the history, historical buildings,
culture.
the kind of the stories behind all this ni lah kan, structures
Okay.
and buildings and all that. Bukan cakap the Pantheon kat Greece semua tu, Colosseum and all that lah.
Oh, di situ tu lah.
Yeah, itulah.
Terus,
So I mean, when you're earning US dollars or exchange dengan euros memang best lah kan.
yeah,
So,
true, true.
so that's the thing, because the thing is that has always been like what he likes, you know, things of history and stuff like that. But now he actually has money to spend on the things that he likes, so he's actually able to go there and
Exactly.
that might
So,
be one thing different from when we were kids. Now, when we were kids, we might like something, but you know, he got
but
any spending power now.
but that's the thing. He never talked about when we were younger kan. Tak nak lah he talk about wanting to travel the world ke apa. That topic never came up, you know. That I think that's why we kind of got us by surprise kot, in that he's going to travel in that sense again. I don't think we never took him or pitched him as an adventurer kot. I mean, I didn't, certainly. He was more like a duduk rumah baca buku, like a bookworm, you know. Even in the start of our conversation
that's
they
before he migrate mine.
No, I mean even when
You mean life as an immigrant?
when we're talking to before Farid came kan, he's talking what does he do in his spare time. Dia kata duduk kat patio dia, you know, just watching people.
Smoking cigars.
Yeah, exactly, smoking cigars. So we're like, oh, okay. So it's like, okay, macam dah, you know, that's the freedom and the American life lah kan. So that we thought like, okay, dah kind of mellow. Exactly. The conversation started pun because aku tanya dia, for the 50 states in the US, where have you been to? And he said like 30. I thought, oh, that's a lot. 30 out of 50 kan.
Okay.
So even my friend yang duduk Seattle dah nearly 20 years pun, he's only been to like 10 states. So tu lah.
Okay.
And then kata 30, memang I mean memang dia extensively travel and it's part of his ni lah kan, activity. And then he mentioned all about Europe and all that. So like, we were like, oh, okay, $1 million. We're like, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. You know, and how authentic the food are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he was saying like Paris is apa namanya, overhyped.
Overhyped.
If you want real apa namanya, French food. It's like what did he mention?
Leon.
Leon.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So Lyon's better than Paris one.
Paris Paris modern sangat. Leon, it's like Leon macam kat Italy, like authentic pasta. It's not a pasta that you get, you know, from restaurants, but like authentic real handmade pasta, all types of cheeses kat Leon. Kan, memang French were the first people to, I think you guys know kot, the first cookbook was actually in French kan. That's why the connoisseurs of fine cuisine, Le Gastronomique. There's a first French book made about 200 years ago. I mean, the first cookbook. So that's the thing. That's why I asked him about that lah, pasal food tu, and then memang money lah kan. Exactly. And he says like even when you're in France, having a coffee and then with like croissant ke just pastry, that's like heaven already.
Oh, France.
Okay. Tak, memang pastry. If you're macam wife aku kan pastry chef kan. pastry chef memang the dreams to go to France and makan dia punya bread because it's legendary lah how good. I mean they were like the connoisseurs lah. The in terms of pastry and desserts ni memang the French were like the pioneers lah.
See, okay.
Exactly. So that itu memang one of my dream lah nak bring my wife to Paris for that lah. Kan? Because he's a pastry chef kan. Exactly.
Tapi itulah, itu analogi yang ni lah. Because we like all of the food and all of the food. Tapi it's always like halal, mana nak cari halal ni?
Apa dia?
It's so much more convenient if you don't have to care about whether the ingredients is halal or haram. Like baru lah you can get the full flavor, you know, together with all the wine and whatnot.
Apa? I mean, we're talking about bread and cheese you know lah. That's
yeah, but you know, they probably might cook it with lard or something. But I don't know.
What? Mana ada buat pastry dengan lard? Tak.
Bukan digoreng.
Tak. Kalau dia buat French fries kan, memang ada lard lah tu lah. Dia bake.
I think kau orang nak makan French fries tu because it's been French.
Any of this, all of them. Yeah. Whenever when we look at all of the travel documentaries about eating elsewhere and everything. Like for example, one of the I saw not the documentary. I think it was Gordon in the Wild or something. Gordon Ramsay, he went to various countries. I think one of the places that he went was Thailand. And everything that he ate had some form of pork.
Dekat Thailand memang banyak pork lah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing tau lah. Apa ni? Okay, example kan. Kata we're talking about like Europe ke or Paris ke. Even kalau okay, kata we give an example that you can relate to lah. Kata kat UK kan. Back when we in the UK, me and you were kids there. Memang it's very difficult to find halal place. But the last time I went to UK, it's like you turn every corner ada tempat halal tu lah. It's like 180 degrees change.
Yeah, but kalau tempat halal tu is from some sort of Mediterranean punya, it's not the local cuisine, right?
Tak. I mean talking about local lah. For example, like they have fish and chips, ada yalah macam nasi and all. Tapi macam kat England apalah sangat. They don't have like steaks and all that. You know. Talking about like pasta and all that. The only difference is they use meat instead of pork. Good. Minced pork kan. Things like that lah. But that's the thing lah. I mean, I think it's interesting lah. The kind of dia ngah balik pasal about his food adventures and all that. Kind of reminded me back on my goal lah. Well, that's my goal pun. Nak bring my wife pergi Europe. And it's not, aku tak nak pergi city tau. Because I've always heard this lah, if you read about cookbooks kan. I'm not talking about cookbooks lah. Food travelling books lah. Like Jamie Oliver punya books are unique because he doesn't teach you cooking now like other typical cookbooks. He talks about the traveling experience as well as recipes and they give. And the thing is, his secret is that he doesn't go to cities ke towns. Dia pergi to pekan now. He goes to the villages in Europe ke South America ke wherever he's traveling, like Asia ke kan. It's like somebody came to Malaysia, but instead of makan kat KL, dia pergi Kelantan, dia pergi Terengganu, dia pergi, Negeri Sembilan kat tu makan food there. And because memang it is lagi sedap lah. Kalau kau makan rendang kat kampung, it's definitely more sedap than rendang in the city. Because it's pure, there's no modern appliances. And but there's the thing lah, kita sedar lah, we go to kampung to eat macam raya and all that. But when we travel as tourists, kita pergi kat city macam London ke whatever to eat the food there instead of going to the villages there nak makan, you know, all those like shepherd's pie ke things lah, yang makan makanan kampung there lah, stews, casseroles and stuff like that. So that was one of my goals lah, nak pergi kampung-kampung and all that to eat the food, because that's like pure authentic. There's no enhanced flavorings ke apa benda, nothing comes out of the can ke apa. Everything is they made, misalnya even pasta sauce tak ada lah, came from the can. They buat sendiri from tomatoes and herbs and all that, boiling, you know, for a whole day in a pot.
Yeah. That was one of those
So
things. That was one of those things that when I got the TM6, I wanted to make pasta sauce. Then you had to make it all the way from tomatoes.
Mestilah.
Baru and then there was I cook it for a while. It took a long time.
But you can't use Cameron tomatoes lah, tu yang tak best tu. Cameron tomatoes too plump. Dia kena yang really like mushy. Talking about parenthood, remember we had a conversation last time. Pasal Fahri kata kan, it's interesting that aku tak mention about parenthood as a part of my experience last year. And then aku cakap it's a no-brainer.
It's what?
It was a no-brainer kan aku cakap kan. Anyway, aku nak clarify lah balik the context of what I was talking about lah. That's the thing lah. Kata yang last week I wanted to reiterate actually. But anyway, macam ni tau. Aku kan, when I say it's no-brainer, bukannya maksudnya aku ni good at parenting or I'm so smart that I know what to do. There's this innate orang kata instinct or experience or appreciation that I have that automatically instincts come in for me.
Okay.
It's like macam, you know, I always talk to people macam kata, for example, you have your girlfriend or wife, how do you know what to do? How come you know what to do automatically? Bukannya your parents ajar you how you had a girlfriend ke? Aku rasa kan, you know, when you talk to people, did somebody teach you how to treat your girlfriend? How come you know what to do when you have a girlfriend and things like, if you love someone, your instincts to automatically kick things in. So in my case, you have to understand when I had my son, it's not the same as with Dola and Farid. You guys punya experience. My son was a result of a third pregnancy. My wife first time kena DNC. She had major operation, kena tidur. She had to be slapped and then kena scrape, kena abortion, kena buang the twins. And then second time memang in front of me, gugur. In front of me, aku nampak she was bleeding and the fetus came out and all that. Suddenly, and all that. And then, masa dah third time pregnant, for the whole 9 months, we were both worried. Like, jadi ke tak ni? Like every second of every day. And the funny thing is, dah lahir tu, we were so happy. Tapi 3 days later, aku dapat COVID. Dengan wife kena masuk hospital.
Okay.
So, for 10 days I was in hospital and I didn't get to see my son kan. And my wife didn't get to see for 4 days. So, that whole pre-parenthood created, like I said lah, this kind of macam different sense that I think I had from you guys lah. Different kind of experience and mindset and instinct lah. Kind innate kind of feeling or sense of caring lah, I guess. That, yeah lah. So for me, it's like a no-brainer lah. That's why I cakap. I didn't have to remind myself that oh, okay, I have to appreciate my son. aku dah tahu, it wasn't easy for me to have him, but I went through a lot of shit. So that's why, for me, it's like no-brainer macam, okay, it comes lah. I automatically, in a way, know what to do. But at the same time, even if I did the wrong thing pun, it's something that I know I have to learn lah, cepat. Faham tak? Because he's such a miracle. He's such a miracle in that sense that he's here. So that's why for me, like I said, the concept I got no-brainer, or it comes naturally in that sense lah. Because his context is very different from you guys lah. When you had your first baby, dan Dolang Afare first pregnancy, terus jadi, there's no issues, and you guys didn't get COVID ke masuk hospital after your kids were born ke, and you didn't have to go through with your wives, the loss of, of pregnancy twice ke things like that lah. So that's the context lah sebenarnya. Anyway, at that time, aku tak sempat nak explain, because I know kau tak macam, kau a bit tak puas hati, bukan tak puas hati. You didn't understand my explanation. So anyway, that's why aku nak put in context. The thing is, after that, baru aku terfikir lah. It's always like that lah, after the process baru kita terfikir, okay. Yeah, that's why it's a no-brainer for me lah. No-brainer sebab memang dah instill in me lah. That whole thing.
Understood.
I don't know, because sebenarnya that apa namanya? For one, there is the whole thing about, basically you don't have the initial shock lah already, because you already had two experience before that, kan? Where your wife was pregnant and then, well, it didn't turn out. So but you already had the initial shock already at the time. So the third one, it's not as big as a shock lah. I think that's probably one of the things that, yeah.
What do you mean shock? Shock as in shock seronok ke shock terkejut?
Shock terkejut.
Why would you be shocked if your wife was pregnant?
No, that was the experience. Because you already had it. Aduh,
Maksud kau tak apa?
My mouth is a problem.
Shock as in shock terkejut pregnant, tak faham macam mana?
I seen the whole experience lah. It wasn't shocking anymore lah, because you already had it 2 times before. That is the first thing. The second thing is,
what do you mean shock?
To,
aku tak faham tu. Sebab she wasn't pregnant for a long time, like 3 months. Yeah,
but you already had, at that time, you already had the sort of like expectation, or something. It was already set at the time, tapi it didn't work out.
Okay.
So that's the kind of like you didn't tak berhasil lah, maknanya daripada segi the whole expectation and so it sounds like macam by the time your son came around, it's already dah sort of got used to the feeling lah.
Yeah. Well, sort of like I said, but we were like, throughout the whole 9 months, we were still, worried every day for every second lah.
Yeah. So for me,
that's
the first.
Aku stop video. Sorry, aku stop video je, nak tukar kamera je. Sama-sama.
Alright. So that's the first part. The second part is with regards to how to take care of the son and everything. I think a lot of that is because of especially for guys lah. Most guys don't have very good sense in the relationship stuff, but you are quite special in that way, that you're very good in relationship lah, man. So even relationship with a baby and everything, it comes as a second nature to you as compared to the rest of us. That's the second part.
Okay. The human element.
Yeah, you've always had it like, like people is more comfortable with you talking about all the stuff and something like.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why my company hired me to take on tough clients, new clients, and then never clients industry that they never tapped into, and because during the interview they saw that lah. I mean, this was later lah bila they hired me, and then few months later they told me, dia kata aku boleh create chemistry with almost anybody. They saw that. So it kind of turned out to be true lah kan.
Yeah.
When I deal with clients, memang they want to talk with me je lah. With when I dah dapat close the case ke apa kan. Anything they want to do with me. Even my accounts pun kata, dia nak cakap dengan dia orang susah. But they have to use me as a middleman to pass messages in terms of training ke, for trainers ke, or for accounts ke, finance ke. Well, I mean, the accounts
are much more comfortable with you rather than dealing with anybody else.
So that because my accountant cakap kan, I don't know why your clients, dengan there's another person lah like that, of 5 of us. Dia kata, you guys, both of you, especially you, kalau finance ni mesti tak nak deal dengan I, always nak deal dengan you je. The other people semua okay je. I said, I don't know. I tahu je. Kan, lagi dah pening kepala because everything, I have a lot of work to do. Nak deal lagi dengan finance lagi, dengan whatever lagi. Trainers, whatever. That's why.
Balik.
Yes.
Hey, we haven't finished talking about Shasti lagi ni.
Oh yeah.
I mean you haven't shared your experience. You were the guy that was the later and the earlier that go back. So like you had a very short time. I mean within that short time, like how was it for you? I mean, what did you take away from it?
Oh, I mean, nothing. I would say nothing much macam you guys cakap lah. I mean, he is still Shasti lah, in a way. So I didn't actually have the time macam you guys talk more on his experiences going overseas everything. So itulah, I mean it seems to be awkward lah kot. I mean because we actually been before he fly over, I mean almost like every week I'll be visiting him at his house, talk to him, everything. And then suddenly he moved, and then we just met after so many years. It seems to be awkward lah. I mean, I mean awkward in a way. I mean he feel awkward, aku feel awkward because the awkwardness is like we haven't been talked for so long, so the awkwardness in terms of try to catch up to each other.
So I thought it was like felt like it continued off right after where we left.
I mean I felt the awkwardness. I mean the way he asked macam, okay man, how are you doing? things like that lah. So so that's the awkwardness. I mean the rest, I mean after that it seems to be normal lah. I think because it's like I said, it's been years that we never met. So basically I believe there are things that we would like to share, tapi tak cukup masa everything. So lah. That's the thing lah. Other than that, I can't actually comment more lah because I wasn't there from the start or until the end. I was in the middle, in the middle of the beginning and the middle of the end. So lah.
We even made it earlier because of your request, lah.
How that?
We even made it earlier because of your request.
Yalah. Itulah macam mana. The idea was supposed to be like apa? Yelah, I mean I suppose I had apa appointment at 4:30, so basically expected to finish by 5:30 at Putrajaya. So somehow the appointment actually only start at 5:30. So by the time aku balik semua everything dengan jam semua, so that's why I came in almost 8 lah. So tapi at least you guys have a longer time with Shasti, what? Kalau saya pukul 8, pukul berapa you guys nak balik? Tak pukul 12. I think that day pun korang might be going off like 10 ke or 11 lah.
Kita sampai tutup kedai tu.
Until 11 something.
They started shutting the shutters and everything like.
So you guys have extra time lah to catch up.
The extra time pun there wasn't enough time lah.
Understand.
Okay. So lagi sad lah. Dia lah pergi catat bagi tahu awal. The last 2 days Shasti lah. I mean Dola was keeping in touch with him. Dola had to follow up with him. And then like 2 days before he flew off, baru dia got in touch with him.
Betul lah. So kita check dulu sorry. I mean why didn't actually plan earlier?
Actually, the thing is, I was quite busy too. So I didn't ask him about anything about it. Of course, he didn't reach out satu hal lah, tapi I didn't ask him anything about it. And because it was already in January, so I remember that he mentioned that last year he mentioned that he would be back in Malaysia in December. So I was wondering whether he's already gone back to the US or he haven't gone back yet. So that's how I got in touch back lah through Facebook. So even when he mentioned about the he'll be back in December was because I think I wish him happy birthday or something. It's like somebody tag him in a picture or what.
When's his birthday?
Itulah. Got to check back on Facebook. Alamak, mouse.
I never knew his birthday bila. Aku tahu Zul bulan 12 juga 30th or something. I knew you guys' birthday.
Tak tahu lah.
Masih aku Zul 30th kan Zul?
30th
December. December tak silap. Kau 27. Lola 18.
He's on May 27th.
Ya Allah, jauhnya Lola. Siapa Shasti? Apa ke buat happy birthday
May 27
lah. 27th May. Birthday?
No, on 27th May, I wish him happy birthday, and then he replied back saying that he'll be back in Malaysia in December and everything. I said, okay.
Okay. He's a Gemini lah maknanya. I was thinking, I think this is a good trial run lah. There's 3 things that just to get the hang of it and whatnot. So in the future, what I want to do is that kita come up with a topic lah. Like a proper podcast lah. Come with a specific topic. And then you can delve on it. It's like this they can take 2 formats lah. Either somebody moderates like the session, or one person gives an opinion about it each week. Like they are put in the spotlight. Macam kena interview lah by 2 other people.
Okay.
Faham tak? Kata macam this week Dola give opinion, So me and Farid will be the one that will be interviewing him on the topic, for example. Okay. So the things that we've been using for the past 3 sessions ni, kalau you guys, I mean, there were some excerpts or snippets that are good. Kalau kita boleh ambil those snippets, edit and make jump cuts and all that. Boleh buat TikTok ke apa ke, that'd be good lah. It's like snippets of advice, like YouTube shorts ke apa benda TikTok. Aku tak tahu sangat TikTok kan. Whether you jump cuts to talk about. I think because coherently kalau nak, aku rasa nak orang dengar our podcast for the past 3 ni pun, satu it's all over the place, and then macam at one point pun macam apa benda
Betul.
there are interesting points, tapi takkanlah orang nak, you have to hear the whole thing lah, like 20% which part, so that 20% tu kita boleh cut and we can create shorts or whatever. So moving forward lah, like I said, this is good for us to practice, but moving forward, I think I would like to do that lah. We come up with like a proper topic, and there's 2 ways that we can run it lah: facilitate or moderate. For example, kita 1 week we can talk about careers, 1 week we can talk about, I mean, not 1 week tau. For example, we can have 3 sessions on careers, where this week I'm will be the speaker, you guys will be the interviewer. Next week Dolah punya turn, and then Farid punya turn, and then it's parenthood, ada take turns, and then it's relationships and marriage, and then all those things lah.
Okay.
So it will be satu, it'll be short satu, and then it will be ada isi lah sikit, and it will be more focused lah.
True.
Yeah. Because
that's a good idea. Tapi so how are we going to determine the topic?
Aku dah list down lah.
Okay.
Nanti aku share lah dengan you guys kat WhatsApp. Whichever topics that you're gonna. So that means we're gonna talk about the same topic 3 times now.
Okay. I see. So you mean apa, each week lain-lain ke atau the same day juga?
That means the same lah.
Each week lain-lain lah.
Bukan just different person who's having the focus.
No. Kan cakap this week, for example, okay, this week Dolah will be the person that's being on the spot. So aku dengan Farid akan talk about career, for example, kan. So me and Farid will be the one that will be interviewing you lah. So next week Farid punya turn pula. So me and Dolah will be interviewing him, and then the week after that will be
still talking about career, or you'll be talking about
career lah. No, it's career.
Yeah. So correct. The same thing 3 times lah.
Correct.
So we rotate amongst us. Yeah.
Correct. Exactly. So at least you guys have time to prepare points ke, nak prepare questions ke.
Okay.
It'd be interesting lah. I mean, we want to be informative at the same time. Yelah, the point of nak create podcast ni pun, not to say that you're popular, but at least somebody can listen and they can impact our knowledge ke experience, so that people get some sort of
benefit from it.
Daripada politik kedai kopi,
Politik kedai kopi.
For example, people will listen to it and be like, I mean, not to say kita tak cakap it's interesting. Tapi I want to condense it more instead of making it sparse. So we can make it sparse, tapi kita boleh buat snippets lah. Certain, kalau boleh analyse lah certain tempat yang kau cakap tu kan. Macam dia kau cakap pasal finance tu kan, maybe like the whole like 5-7 minutes tu can be a section, and me talking about parenthood ke apa benda ke whatever, or Farid talking about things like that. Think tu lah. Exactly. I mean, for example, macam kita cakap Shasti ni, bukan orang tahu pun Shasti siapa.
Yeah. But maybe one day he'll find our videos and like, oh, okay, no, that one don't think.
Contoh lah.
In fact, I was thinking of sharing the link with him, but I haven't done it yet.
Uh, if he has the time, sitting on patio smoking cigar, I can look at his phone lah while doing it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's the thing. I mean, but in essence, for me, the what we've done so far is it's a good practice lah. Good practice. Just to understand something, memang kena buat trial runs. Apa ni? Apa?
See what we can improve.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
we don't know what we can improve until we actually done it. And then we know
Yeah,
like, oh,
exactly.
okay, yeah, this is the part where there's a bit lacking. This is the part where we need to change things up a bit and everything. But without actually doing it, then we can't. It's just speculation basically.
So it's a good jumping point or starting point.
Yeah.
I mean, even there's a lot. Aku buat banyak. Aku buat relationships, marriage, saya cakap religion, social media. Banyak ada nanti I'll give you guys. So, talk about it. It won't be, like I said lah, you be put on the spot. But kita nak rack your brain now. That's the whole point. So, kalau Dollah on the spot, then me and Farid will be grilling you lah on all the things that is related to the topic. When I put on the spot also, it's the same.
Okay.
So that way, I think it's also good creatively or our own brain to something like, it's a good thing for us to be active lah. Kita pun, if we exercise our brain to be more creatively thinking, critical thinking at the same time. And then it'll be a good therapeutic and stress release session lah. I mean, since you guys tak jumpa psychiatrist kan, so.
Aku tak tahu. I don't know how many times I've considered to actually apply yang apa ni yang online tu je. Apa yang online tu dia panggil?
My wife
Better help. Yeah. A lot of YouTubers are sponsored by Better Help lah. Every time I look at it, I'm macam, wow, this is kind of interesting.
But it's US punya rate lah kan?
I should think. I'm not sure.
Mahal lah.
Yeah. Most likely lah.
My wife memang does web therapy well. She charges like 400 for 3 sessions. 400 plus.
Oh.
So it's like a package je. Apa aku tak ingat. Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's something that she does. I don't know you guys pernah dengar ke tak? I don't think you guys pernah dengar. So there's this something, especially talk about childhood trauma dengan relationship. Your relationship, the nature of your relationships in your life. Therapist ni, I mean, aku tak ingat what she called. She will ask the person, macam kau dengan Farid, to draw tau, a certain kind of situation. So based on how you guys draw the picture, she can read up. She will know apa yang you guys punya issues.
See.
How you. So that's part of her therapy punya analysis lah. And that thing's like 99% correct tau.
Okay.
And most of the clients buat macam tu lah. So bila nak buat drawing ni, she can see tau because it's very naked. The drawings are very naked. It's very unconscious. So bila tengok tu, she know, you had when you were small, this something happened to you and they were like, kan dia tahu. Oh, you had even kalau pernah kena molested pun, from the drawing boleh tahu. Yeah. Exactly.
This is something like Sherlock Holmes, BBC Sherlock Holmes.
It's not Sherlock. This is science, Adwa. It's not deduction.
Yeah lah, Sherlock Holmes science kan, why?
He is deduction. The directions are different. This is analysis. No, benda ni, this therapy ni memang psycho apa ni, psychiatrists and counselors use. It's just that kita je tak tahu. I mean, I knew about it until my wife. And the funny thing is, because my wife started doing this, aku started reading on Freud and Carl Jung. Exactly. I don't know you guys pernah baca tak any of their books? Sigmund Freud dengan Carl Jung. Sigmund Freud dan Carl Jung.
Carl Jung. Okay.
Haven't read any of it, but listen to a lot of apa ni tu lah. Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, I mean,
talking about
Peterson.
yeah.
Because those two kan were like that. There's two schools of psychiatry kan, apa psychology, Carl Jung ataupun the most popular one Sigmund Freud. So I got both of their books lah. I started reading lah kan. It's quite interesting lah kan. How they differ, number one, and how especially like Sigmund Freud punya memang mainstream lah, most of his ideas and all that. But Carl Jung ni, especially when he talks about personality, he talks about apa ni, unconscious mind. Sigmund Freud talk about subconscious mind tau, but Carl Jung talks about unconscious mind. Exactly. So that's the thing lah. Again, goes back to that lah. I mean that's something probably a topic that we can delve into, you know. About, for example, 1 week talk about the 3 books that you read in your life that changed your life. I mean the 3 books that you read, the 3 most important books you read in your life. Things like that lah. Those kind of topics. Then you'll be interviewed lah. Korang dengar ni sebab bising lah budak tu.
Dengar.
I can't hear myself. Okay. Anyway.
Really, is it that loud?
I don't know because I'm wearing AirPods ke ataupun apa ke, tapi memang dengar macam kat sebelah aku je lah. AirPods kan ada special audio.
How's that?
Okay. So special audio ni memang it's like surround sound kan.
Hear me, you know.
Dengar. No, because AirPods has special audio, so you can actually listen like the person is next to you je. So it's like some kid is talking to me while I'm talking to you guys. So I'm like, that's why aku cakap tadi kan.
Surprisingly, the microphone is quite good.
Microphone ke?
I mean my headphone punya ni lah. Because
kau bukan
this is connected
separate
through
mic?
Bluetooth je. Bukan. It is connected through Bluetooth je. Before this, the Bluetooth was very bad. I don't know how many iterations of the Linux kernel that I've gone through. So before this, I've always had another separate headphone that I will connect to my laptop whenever I had to do VC and everything.
Video call.
Yeah. Because the connection will be very bad. The other person will hear me as if I am underwater.
Gabal lah.
It is very, very far, very as if in a tunnel lah, basically. That was the description that was given. I'm not sure because I myself I like okay. But since I think it was since last November, and it started to get much better. So that's why now I can just use.
Okay. Akhirnya kau ada mic sendiri. Itulah. Kena buat mic sendiri ya. Nak get better podcast macam ni. Guys.
Aduh.
Aku dah ada Saya tak guna lagi. Nanti lah. Next time. Masalahnya bila aku tak aircon tak rosak pula. Tu aku kena keluar kat luar ni. Using my laptop. Kalau tak aku guna kat iMac ya. Kena aircon nak kena cuci ke. Tak work pula. Anyway. Just change topic je. Kau you guys ada, aku tahu kau tak ada Netflix Farid. But you guys watch Bullet Train tak?
Belum lagi. Ingat download.
Oh, aku baru tengok itu. Dia sebab kat Netflix ada kan. So I recommend that lah. If you guys want to watch something that's entertaining and like really old school action. Just fun time at the movies.
Apa ni?
No, seriously.
Have you seen Wednesday?
Yeah, of course. I told you kan.
Oh, okay.
You saw it already lah.
Yeah.
Until the end.
Yeah, season 1.
I thought the end was quite silly lah.
The thing is, for me, writing. I bet writing for the script for Wednesday is kind of like you have to do a lot of mental gymnastics because of the Wednesday character. So she is in one way bad, but another way good. You know, like she's always the one like they don't know want death and destruction and everything, but she keeps on saving people. I was like, macam, what? What? Let them die.
Yeah.
What's with you? You know, you can
That's like
be dark and don't care.
That's why I don't. Itulah. You don't get what are her motivations. She doesn't care, tapi at the same time she wants to help.
Yeah.
Tapi for me the ending was the last episode was quite silly sebab the Pilgrim Jack apa no? What was the guy? The bad guy. Yang resurrected no?
Yeah.
Anyway, he was talking about the evil of magic and witchcraft and whatnot. In the end, he was a wizard.
Yeah.
I was like, what? He was using magic.
Sekali apa semua.
Devil lah and all that. In the end, he was like that. That was so stupid. I mean, the motivation and macam he became a paradox of himself. So what kind of a villain is that, you know? Aduh. And he was there for kejap je. Like how many minutes terus mati The whole build up like to a series like the main villain. I mean, I guess that the teacher was like, aku dah tahu awal-awal lah that the boyfriend was the werewolf, the Hyde, and then the pilgrim to, I mean the teacher, the botany teacher tu was actually family of the guy yang apa ni?
Heavy spoilers territory already.
Farid takkan pakai Netflix nya, jangan risau.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can talk about Stranger Things sampai berapa tahun dah pun. Farid tak nak tengok. Farid, you're missing a lot, kau tahu tak? Stranger Things is the best. You are missing a lot sebab kau tak tengok Stranger Things. Oi. Stranger Things is like the top 5 best series of all time. That's why. Kau bayangkan dah Stranger Things yang best gila tu pun Farid tak tengok. So he'll never get Netflix lah. Don't worry.
Tapi that's the thing, Mike. Sebenarnya that one of the things that I would love to be able to get apa nama ni, be able to bounce off apa ni reaction and ideas of one of the series that I would really love to be able to do it is Rick and Morty. But of course none of you look at it, so like cannot lah.
Tapi Disney ada tau Rick and Morty. Ada Farid.
Yeah, but you know, I mean you've seen it and then you didn't like it, right? So like there's nothing to talk about. But because especially the latest season is so meta.
Kau suruh Farid tengok kat Disney Channel ada apa?
Apa dia?
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
Okay.
Cuba kita
Farid tak nak dengar. Farid tak nak dengar pun Rick and Morty.
Itu ni bukan tu animation ke? Kartun ke?
Kartun.
Yalah.
Okay. Tapi don't look with your kids lah. Because it's not kids punya kartun.
It's more akin to The Simpsons lah.
Yeah.
It's
some of the thing is masuk into South Park territory.
dah tak ada lah. It used to be
What?
on Disney Channel. Dah tak ada dah. Tak ada dah. Last time ada. Because it was on Fox kan Disney beli Fox. Sorry, Morty was there. Oh, not anymore. Oh, so tak dapat lah kau dah lah.
Betul lah. Tak apalah. So I have to find myself with listening to other YouTubers talk about it.
But seriously, you guys should check out lah Bullet Train lah. Kalau Farid kau nak download kan, kau download lah.
Okay. Bullet
It's
Train
one of
dekat
the...
ni, dekat ni je. Netflix ada.
Apple ada lah. Tengah ada offer sekarang tak sana. Kalau kau nak sewa.
Ya, 20. Sewa sama harga. Kalau beli je murah. Biasa 50 plus, sekarang 25.
Correct. Aku baru beli Top Gun lah.
Aku beli
Tak, sebelum ni aku sewa. Kan
Okay.
Chinese New Year offer kan. Bullet Train, ada The Batman, ada Dune semua. Batman dengan Dune aku dah beli awal-awal lah. Masa RM12. RM14. So.
Okay.
Dune dengan Batman, a few months ago dia jual BF ni. Lepas tu aku tengok semalam, Top Gun RM25 beli lah. Before this aku sewa kan. So, wah lah. Rental baru RM12.
Ya, biasa tu normal price apa RM12 tu.
No lah. Betul lah. Betul. Betul.
So, apa kau nak beli yang tu?
Betul. Kau download je lah. Tapi Bullet Train tak worth it lah nak beli pun. Because it's one of the movies where you watch once only lah. But it's nice lah for me. I mean, it reminds me of cerita-cerita dulu yang you used to saw like action movies. You know, like John Wick and all that. Tapi they had like good dialogue, good characters, and a lot of comedy, fun, silliness and all that lah. Tapi the third act lah, towards the end a bit too silly pula. A bit far-fetched. But other than that, for me, okay. That was a nice time at the movies. Macam in a long time dah tak tengok cerita yang like really fun and interesting lah. I mean, kalau aku tahu korang tak tengok Avatar kan. Avatar was too serious lah aku tengok.
Too serious.
Aku tengok. Itu aku tengok kan. Tapi memang cantik lah. The graphic is awesome lah. Action It was too serious lah. For me.
Too serious
tak ada
pula.
fun lah so. Yeah. Kalau kau tengok, eventually kau download ke whatever kan. Dia memang banyak dialog. It was a lot of philosophizing. Bagi nasihat. Talking about the environment. It was like a climate change punya lecture pula kan.
Okay.
Itu one of the things. I think it was critical drinker ke apa siapa tu. Somebody criticized that aspect of the Avatar 2 lah. So like the message is not even relevant anymore. Doesn't everybody already know that whaling is bad?
Living is bad.
Whaling.
Oh, whaling.
Yeah. Doesn't everybody already know whaling is bad?
I saw that video lah, the best and worst of James Cameron. Tak tengok lagi. I mean, I saw the title lah, tak tengok lagi video. Tengok. Itu je lah yang aku rasa yang ni. Okay. Now kalau kata kau Netflix, now I'm watching Madoff. You guys know Bernie Madoff kan? There's a new documentary on Bernie Madoff lah kat Netflix.
Yeah.
So it's quite interesting lah. It's like 4 or 5 episodes. Aku kat episode 3 right now. How he ran his scheme and all that. Macam mana dia buat Ponzi scheme and how he duped people for 40 years. 84 billion semua kan.
It's almost 12 o'clock.
Ada keluar. Oh, yelah tu lah. Lama gila.
So I think this has been going on for quite a while already. So inshallah, next week we'll have our first proper one with proper nak kata team lah. What something the apa ni the central idea to talk about.
Okay. Nanti over the weekend nanti I'll post kat you guys. The you guys tu cakap kena appreciate your parents are still alive, especially your fathers.
Ya betul Mai.
Ya betul Mai, tengok tak ikhlas.
Betul Mai.
Si Shasti pun bapak dia dah meninggal lah.
Itulah.
No, I'm serious ni. I mean, I keep telling people kan. But this maybe this another topic that we can talk about lah. I was talking about so every time someone talk about my father kan, the thing is aku tak tahu pun my father had a legacy until he died.
Okay.
That's the thing lah. I mean, I didn't know he changed a lot of people's lives, especially students, and how much impact he made on people until he died. Wow, aku tahu. So that kind of changed my view on another thing that kind of changed my view on parenthood or fatherhood juga lah.
Okay.
You know, I won't be like, I mean, you know, tak ada lah. I thought that my father wasn't comfortable talking about. He wasn't the kind of person that talk open about his job ke, what he does ke, or dia memang humble ke apa kan.
Okay.
But the thing is, and the thing is, bila aku talk to my friends or my co-workers ke apa about this, and they all tell me, almost all of them tell me the same stories.
Boleh.
That when their father or mother dah pass away, baru they knew all these things about them.
Sebab sebelum ni semua rasa macam our parents are so lame.
Oh, bukan lame. It's just that because your father doesn't tell you these things.
I mean, you should expect what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The thing is, you get these stories from their friends, from the people that they change their lives, faham tak? I mean, the third party lah, faham tak? Which is a shame lah. So that's why aku cakap, when I become a father, nanti I am gonna tell. Aku kena impart my knowledge and talk to my son about my experiences, what I've been through, my journey of life, apa semua tu.
Masalah bila kau dah tua Mai, I don't think that you would like to share anything with your kids kot.
Apa lah tu?
Umar by that time dia boleh share all the links pada kita punya video ni Farid. Here's 5 years worth of video for you to digest.
Exactly, like a document, historical document.
Yeah. and then what I'll do is that whenever I upload whoever that is currently being the central focus point tu, I will hashtag Umay, hashtag Abdullah, hashtag Farid. So you just say to your kid, you just look the one that is hashtag Umay only. Forget about the other two.
But seriously, that's something put for thought for you guys also lah. I mean, your guys' kids are bigger than mine. So think about what. I mean, don't just raise your son for the sake of raising your son. You have to impart your knowledge juga lah. You have to tell them about your life juga. Talk to them about your journey. Because in my sense, aku lucky lah my dad was a lecturer. Because he had a lot of students. So his students was able to tell me, you know, to talk to my family and my mother and myself about how he was the best teacher and how they impacted his life, how my father helped. My father helped a lot of his students to get jobs now. Because my father bought consultation, he's a food scientist. I mean, he's a food science guy. So he did a lot of consultation for companies like Nestle, Mami, all these big companies now, McDonald's and all that. So Ramly, so he had a lot of connections. And when his students needed jobs, he actually wrote a recommendation for a lot of his students.
Okay.
Again, I didn't know that until now. So, like I said, in this case, when I talked to her about my experience, what I learned after my father passed away, When I told this, my other colleagues, my other friends, they were like, "Oh, they didn't happen to them because their fathers were not teachers or lecturers. Just like
Okay.
us lah, we are not teachers or lecturers. So imagine who's gonna talk to you, to your son or your daughter or your kids when you are gone. Kalau you also don't have students or you didn't make an impact on people's lives. Maybe aku dengan Dola boleh lah kan cerita kalau Farid tak ada ke lah. Bapak kau dulu player, dia orang peminat.
Oh, iyalah. Emang.
Tak payah, segan Farid.
Play.
Dulu Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise Malaysia.
Dulu bapak kau stalker dulu, jaga sikit lah.
Oh,
Ada.
iyalah.
But that's what I'm saying lah. So in my case, because I kind of got lucky lah because my father was a lecturer. But that's why I kata macam aku even if something happen to me ke kan, aku kan ada student that's gonna talk to my son atau whatever. So again, like I said, some food for thought lah. You use it as a starting point to impart your knowledge and tell your kids about your experience. Lah kita tahu lah biasa lah kalau kita cakap nanti anak tiba bebel bapak aku ni mana. Standard lah. But you never know. Sometimes when you're gone baru dia teringat those stories. Exactly. At least you did your job. You did your part lah. Tu je lah.
Okay.
Seriously, There's something that you guys tak experience again lah. And you kind of lucky you can still have a chance to do that lah kan. Jangan tunggu macam aku. Bila my father tak ada baru aku tahu. Even and the funny thing is macam I don't know, I'm not sure about korang punya wives punya relationship with your parents, especially your mom kan. Macam my mom always talks to my wife tau. So there's a lot of things aku tak tahu about my mom that my wife knows. Kan? So so kadang-kadang my mom borak my wife apa benda kan, ada buat apa-apa gathering ke. Sebab my wife used to help out masa dia tak kerja. Dia hantar she used to stay in Serdang tau for a few days. Tolong hantar my wife?
Hantar your mom?
Hantar my mom ke my dad pergi hospital. Dia check up masa dia sakit tu. Aku kerja lah. So aku dah pucung lah kan. So my wife was staying in Serdang for like few days. Happened a few times lah that. Awal-awal tu kan. So itulah. My wife used to, my mom used to tell my wife stories apa semua ni. And then my wife pun cerita lah kat aku. Aku pun macam, I'm like, I didn't know this about my mom. Tapi aku bawa tahu dah. Oh, ya kau tahu.
Ego je main ni.
Bukan ego, malu lah.
Ego lah tu, man.
Kau jangan cakap Kau tahu ke tak sekarang ni?
Tapi what you
Do
saying?
you know your mom?
What you saying reminds me of lagu M Nasir, yang Bonda tu. There's one line dekat dalam lagu M Nasir tu. It goes, Bonda akhirnya terbongkar jua rahsia, tangisan dan gurindam keramat kasih sayangmu.
Kenapa rahsia terkeluar pula?
Mak dia dah meninggal lah. And then after that, and then barulah tahu all of the things that she sacrificed for her love and
Yeah, exactly. Correct. That's the thing lah. I mean, again, goes back to kan kalau when you have friends, a sense of community, it works lah kan. When you're gone, that you have that legacy, then and your kids will be passed on the knowledge and all that. I think. So that's the thing. I mean itulah. I mean these are again like I said, there are things that we can talk about when it comes to parenthood. Boleh touch again, katalah when I put in the spot ke betul. Boleh aku cerita more in details on this kind of things lah.
Alright.
Yep.
Okay, guys. I
Right.
think that's been a good session tonight. We'll see next week how whether it's also going to be more longer than 1 hour. This is the third episode, and like still like more than 1 hour.
I think
last week punya the episode 2 tu kita sengaja panjang kan because Farid lambat masuk betul ni. So like macam aku nak Farid able to
salah aku lah ni lah.
bukan salah kau, aku bukan I just telling you I wanted your participation tu ni. So secara sengaja lah dipanjangkan betul tak ni. Tapi then it become longer and longer. Tapi anyway, benarnya hopefully kita boleh
that's why I said
lah.
that's why I said we have to have a more structured and planned session moving forward.
Yep.
No worries. Like I said, it might be long. It depends on the person who's put on the spot lah. Kalau ada banyak benda nak cakap, and we have a lot of questions to follow up, then it'll be good. Kalau kata tak banyak, then it'll be short lah. Tapi the most important thing is it'll be no matter short or long, it'll be condensed and very berisi lah. That's the word. Alright.
Okay, man.
Okay, guys.
Okay,
Thanks.
okay, bye.
Alright. Have a good weekend.
Yes,
Yeah, have a good
bye.